Oh my goodness. Guys, whoa. This is a way to walk into 2026. I think Ram just broke the internet. How many times have you guys heard me say this? I want a rugged off-road exterior, big tires, off-road bumper up front so I can potentially put a winch on, and a luxurious interior. And listen, GMC answered the call first. And I think this is Ram's response, because you guys have to understand, the Rebel is one thing, but the Power Wagon's on another level. Let's read this press release because this is good stuff. This could potentially open up the doors for a new truck in the future. Just saying. Now here's what I'm going to say. Because the Power Wagon is going to be filling some more shoes for the lineup, what does that mean for the Rebel? And what I mean by that is, you guys already understand that the Rebel kind of is the Power Wagon with the diesel. The only difference is some of the features that it lacks, but we'll talk about that here in a second. Now let's go ahead and discuss the history of the Power Wagon name. The Power Wagon nameplate was introduced in 1945 and remained in production through 1980. Early trucks were based on the Weapons Carrier series of Dodge 3/4 ton military use trucks built during World War II. The Power Wagon went on to become a well-known civilian vehicle and continued the lineage of Dodge four-wheel drive trucks from the 1930s, proving basic four-wheel drive design concepts and representing a significant predecessor to the many four-wheel drive trucks in modern use today. The iconic truck was reintroduced in 2005 and now exists as an independent model. So now you have an understanding of how important the Power Wagon name is. It's pretty much the first HD off-road pickup, okay? So let's go ahead and read on why now. Customers have been telling us for years to put the Cummins in the Power Wagon, said Kaniskis. And if our recent product announcements have shown anything, it's that Ram is giving customers a choice in the trucks they want. Matching the Power Wagon with the Cummins turbo diesel delivers everything our hardcore Ram fans expect. Off-road capability with the best diesel in the HD segment. It's the Power Wagon they've been waiting for. The Ram Power Wagon with Cummins turbo diesel arrives in the second half of 2026 at a starting price of $88,470, including destination.
You serious?
Whew, that is a lot of money. Oh my goodness. $88,470. And remember, you're probably gonna have level 1, level 2, you're gonna have to offer this and that. And this truck is easily gonna be right at $100,000. So, I don't know. I think that this is where the manufacturers win. They're giving you what you want. However, you gotta pay for it. Like its gas-powered counterpart, the 2027 Ram Power Wagon with Cummins turbo diesel sports underbody skid plates protecting the diesel exhaust I'm sorry, I had to laugh. Protecting the diesel exhaust fluid tank, fuel tank, and transfer case. I'm so sorry, guys. I guess you can say that in 2027, we're going to have DEF. That's basically what they're saying. To balance heavy hauling and off-road prowess, Power Wagon with Cummins turbo diesel sports 20-inch satin black wheels with machine accents and 34-inch all-terrain tires. The newest variant in Ram's off-road truck lineup retains solid front and rear axles with class-exclusive locking differentials, activated by electromagnetic actuators, e-lockers. When disengaged, the rear lockers function as a mechanical anti-slip diff, enhancing passive grip. Built by AAM, the axles measure 9.25 inches in the front and 11.5 inches in the rear, delivering power via a 342-to-1 ring and pinion ratio. Robust rear axle shafts are upgraded to 38mm, providing rotating force directly to the 34-inch tire and wheel combination. That's pretty much where the Power Wagon wins over my truck, because that has front and rear lockers, it has sway bar disconnect. My truck does have a rear locker, it's an electronic locker. However, I have an open diff up front. And the reason why GM didn't go with the front locker is because they felt like it was going to lower the payload too much, so they just went with open diff. However, 20s versus 18s. That's a big letdown. I really wish that Ram would have stuck with the 18-inch wheels. At the very least, Ram, please make that an option and offer 35s. At this point, no one's going off-road with a diesel engine. All we want is to look cool going down the highway. So 35s, 37s, we know they can pretty much fit because hopefully, and I haven't seen this yet, so this is a big hopefully we still have the lift for this truck. It's still rolling with the Bilstein shocks. It's going to have the 3 in the rear. It's going to be the 5-link suspension. So that's the other issue here, but we'll talk about that in a second too. But yes, I think the 34s on these 20s should have stayed with just the Rebel. Don't move that over to the Power Wagon. I understand though, the tires on the Power Wagon now have a rating of like 3,195 pounds of capacity. So they will have to upgrade the tires regardless, but just go to a tire with 80 PSI and just give it the 3,700 or 4,000 pound capacity. I mean, the Ford Super Duty with the trimmer package gives you the Goodyear Wrangler Duratrax in 18, and they have the most capacity for a tire in the segment. So this is where Ram could potentially mess this up by not offering this truck with 18s and at least a 35-inch tall tire. I mean, do you guys understand who you're competing with? Ford is your adversary. Don't give in to just doing what makes sense. Do what makes sense for people who might cross-shop this truck against a Ford. For the first time, the Power Wagon diesel can also be optioned with fifth wheel and gooseneck and auto leveling rear air suspension, expanding its utility for both work and recreation. Automatic level rear air suspension maintains a level stance under heavy loads and incorporates a bed lowering mode for effortless trailer hookup. Now, most of you guys know the GM twins. Chevy Silverado has the Trail Boss and the GMC Sierra has the AT4 for the HD segment. Ford has the Trimmer. You can have those 3 trucks in either 3/4 ton or 1 ton. I think because of the Power Wagon now being available for gas and diesel in the 3/4 ton segment, it's time for the Rebel to pretty much fill the gap for the 1 ton segment. And it shouldn't just stop there. I would personally like to see the Rebel become a part of the mega cab configuration and long bed configuration, because some people just want the truck done from the factory. Don't have to add tires, nothing. And what I like about the Rebel and the Power Wagon is these are really the only HD trucks that give you a locker out back. You cannot get that with a Laramie or a Limited. And keep in mind, if you would like to get the seats without those cloth and suede inserts, these 2 trims are the only way to remove that as well. Also, you cannot get a fuel tank skid plate with all those other trucks either. So I like the idea of the Rebel playing a bigger role as well, but we don't see that happening here because this press release is just for the Power Wagon. Now, you guys have heard about the TRX, and we'll talk about that maybe in the future. But regardless, I'm really excited to see what Ram does. They have to fill the gap against GM and Ford. If they do not, I'm telling you, they're just opening the door for people to go outside of Ram. I like the idea of having that long bed with the 50-gallon fuel tank option with that Rebel design, right? The mega cab, think about the mega cab. Imagine getting a mega cab with the locker out back and getting the seats without the suede inserts. That seems to be the move right here. If Ram can't do that, this is great news to have the Power Wagon. But again, the Rebel is basically already filling this gap, adding the 20-inch wheels. And if it doesn't have that lift already, like that the Power Wagon has on the gas engine, what was the reason for even making this press release? So I'm really excited to see what happens. Hopefully there's just things that we cannot see, but yes, having the front rear lockers with the diesel is pretty cool. That is definitely a big advantage. Having the sway bar disconnect that the Power Wagon has, having the option for that winch. I'm pretty sure the Power Wagon with the diesel can still have that, because you guys know that the reason why in the past they never offered the Power Wagon with the diesel is because of cooling, right? So hopefully they've fixed these issues and that we'll see these features available for that 2027 Power Wagon. But let me know you guys' thoughts down below. See you guys soon.